Alright guys, Hayzink here, back again with another Disgaearpg video. So I am going to be starting the rundown of the 7 Deadly Sins characters. I did explain that after I did the story event yesterday, I am going to put out one video a day for each of these characters. Now, for me, when I'm eating chocolate, eating crisps and stuff like that, I always save the best till last. So I'm going to use that logic and apply it to these characters, okay? I'm going to start off with what I personally find to be the weakest character of the bunch, and I'm going to finish up on who I think is the strongest character of the bunch, okay? Now, in case you're unaware of this, the 7 Deadly Sins characters are going to be released in waves, okay? You're going to get a banner, first of all, that's going to have 4 characters available to you, who is Meliodas, Diane, Ban, and Elizabeth, okay? With the free-to-play character of Gopher being available immediately. After that, we're then going to roll on. About a week later, you'll get the Platinum Summon banner, which will have King and it will have Diane available on it. No, King and Merlin, sorry, available on it. And then about a week after that, you're going to have the Badass banner, which will have Devil Girl Elizabeth and Princess Leonis Etna, I think it is. It's basically just Etna dressed in Elizabeth's clothing. So that's how it's going to work. You're not going to get all of these characters released at the one time. So I'm not going to do the character showcases at the one time. What I'll do is I'll release the initial 4. I'll give it a few days. We'll bring out the Platinum Summon. I'll then show you what's happening in the raids. And then after the raid video, we'll show you the character breakdowns for the Badass banner. So I said I'm going to start off with who I think is the weaker character of the lot. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that she's a bad character. And remember, this is my personal take, okay? So you can feel free to disagree. But for me, the weaker character is going to be Elizabeth. And I am going to start off by talking about Elizabeth, letting you know about her kit, and then you can make a decision. Is she one of the ones that you want, or if you get the other ones without Elizabeth, are you happy just to skip? Now, Elizabeth is the only character from the Sins that I do not have any free. So when I show you her super attacks, unfortunately, I can only show you 2 out of the 3 super attacks for this character, okay? So, the third princess of the kingdom of Leonis, she bears the compassionate heart with strong beliefs. Obviously, she is the romantic interest of Meliodas. She's a bit of a damp squib, to be honest, as a character starting out in the first series, but as the show progresses, her character does evolve and she does become a better character. But I'm not going to talk about that because that's really going into spoiler territory for the anime. Now, she is a staff user, and you may or may not be aware that these characters have been buffed, okay? They are no longer the same on JP as they're probably going to release on Global. However, I don't really think it's fair to talk about what they're like in their buff state, because that's not what you're summoning for. So in this video, I'm only going to focus on what you're able to summon for, and what those characters are actually going to be like for you, okay? Now, first of all, I'm going to talk about her NE0, or her leader skill as you would call it, and that is Princess Majesty, okay, which is going to be the party's int and defense up by 13%, okay, so she's going to give plus 13% to everyone's int and defense in the party. Now that's not int characters only, that's all characters, okay. Her NE1 is called Cheering for Friends. At the end of turn, SP plus 10 of the ally character with the first action gauge. Now what that basically means is she works the same as Girl Laharo. So basically whoever goes directly after Elizabeth is going to get plus 10 SP if you do have her to NE1, okay. Her NE5 is called First Aid. At the end of turn, recover allies with the lowest remaining HP by 20% of their maximum HP. So characters who are low on HP will obviously get an HP bump, which is obviously decent depending on how you've got your team set up. And her NE7 is called Just Relax. When you're equipped with a wand weapon, all status abnormalities are invalid, okay? So basically she cannot be poisoned, she cannot be made to forget, she cannot be put to sleep, okay? Now, that can become useful because one of her skills is a cleansing skill, so depending on how you use this character, she can help you with things like Overlord's Tower. If you put enough speed on her, make her go first, she can't get the status effects, she cleanses the rest of your team, your damage dealers can then do damage. So, her abilities are okay. They are fairly decent. I mean, the only thing is, probably her best one, if you ask me, is her status abnormalities. But there is other characters who can do that for you. And her any one, which is SP to the character going after her. Again, I don't know if those two are reason alone for you to summon for this character, because there is other characters out there that can do that for you and provide you with that help for situations that may require it. But anyway, moving on, we will now talk about our skills, and I will at least show you the first two that I can show you. Now, first of all, her first skill is called Get Well Soon, which is a ally buff, okay? And basically what she does is, I hope you feel better soon. HP recovery small, ally debuff effect halved, okay? So yeah, if you've got 50% attack down, she will make it 25% attack down. If that was just a straight up cleanse, that would be better, but obviously they want to save that for one of the other skills that we're going to talk about. At level 200, she has something called Passion of Jonah, which SP 20 going down to 13. It's an AoE and an AoE debuff, which is I'll protect you even if it costs my life. Sorry, it's an AoE buff. She gives attack. Wait, is it? Actually, I think it might be an AoE debuff. I'm not sure, but basically, she gives attack 30% down and int 30% down. Yeah, so she does give it a bit of a debuff to the team that you're fighting against, which again can make her useful in some situations, but I don't think it's anything to write home about, but that's just me, that's just my personal opinion coming into play here. Her any free is super healing magic, which is the power to protect people we love with our own hands, HP recovery small, add normal condition recovery, okay? And the SP cost in that is 60 down to 45 as you level it, okay? So, yeah, I mean, our skills are okay. You can see there she doesn't have any attack skills at all. It's all buffing. So if you have got Elizabeth on your team, she is pure support, okay? Now, when it comes to spells, you can obviously equip some damage dealing spells, but generally, if you've got Elizabeth on your squad, she's there for 100% support, which is quite a rare thing to see. There's not many characters in the game that actually have that. So we will just go ahead and look at her magic spells now. Her magic spells, she's got Cool, which she unlocks at level 4. She's got Magic Up, which is Magic Boost at level 9. She's got Mega Cool at 15. She's got Mega Magic Up at 22, which is obviously Mega Magic Boost. At level 30, she's got Giga Cool, and at level 40, she has got Omega Cool. So, I mean, she's not the best, she's not the worst. I feel like she's quite a situational character. There is certain characters in this game that are situational characters, but overall I do feel like Elizabeth takes the wooden spoon when it comes to Disgaearpg's collab with the 7 Deadly Sins. I feel like she is the lowest run of the ladder, so to speak. So if you get her and only her, I won't say you should be disappointed because she's a cool character design, but let's just say if it was me, I would rather have one of the other characters that are available from this collab. But yeah, apart from that, that's basically all I've really got to say about Elizabeth. I'm not mad for her. She does get buffed later down the line, but again, even with buffs, nothing massive really changes. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Elizabeth, and that is, she's a bit poo. I'm being completely honest. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you like the look of Elizabeth? Are you not too fussed about her? You can let me know in the comments down below. As always, I've been Hayzink, and I'll join you on the next video, which is going to be for the next sin which I'm going to talk about, and that is going to be the one and only ban. So catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.